Welcome back, heathens. RandomGamer60 here, and this is the first video in a three-part series about a guide to Dead by Daylight, an asymmetrical multiplayer horror game. Who wrote this? How many times do I have to say this? Well, Dead by Daylight is not a horror game. How many times must I repeat myself? Dead by Daylight is an asymmetrical multiplayer survival game, where one player takes on the role of the savage killer and the other four players play as survivors, trying to escape the killer and avoid being caught and killed. Today's video is a guide to Dead by Daylight's menu, which Behavior decided should look like Call of Duty weapon classes on crack with a little bit of Fortnite's cosmetics sprinkled in there, just to give new players that quality, cancerous experience. Now that we're done with the introductions, we can finally explore this Twilight Sparkle overdosed on ketamine looking menu. The Bloodweb is a skill tree that uses blood points, one of the three in-game currencies. The Bloodweb can be used to acquire add-ons, offerings, perks, items, and even more perk slots at a cap of 4. Collecting all nodes on a Bloodweb increases that character's Bloodweb level and provides a new, larger Bloodweb, which caps off at level 50 though, after which you can prestige to reset your Bloodweb level and grant a special cosmetic for the character you prestiged. After Bloodweb level 10, the entity, aka in-game god, will start consuming nodes on the Bloodweb. The entity can be an advantage or a disadvantage, depending on how you use it. For example, that little shit can steal that bloody party streamers that you waited 6 Bloodwebbles for, or on a better note, if you're trying to quickly prestige or unlock characters' teachables, which will be explained further in the video, you can buy the cheaper nodes and have the entity consume the more expensive ones. Every survivor and killer starts out with 3 teachable perks unique to themselves, such as the one shown on screen with Claudette. More perks can be obtained after upgrading your Bloodweb or getting them through the Shrine of Secrets, a store that uses iridescent shards, another one of the in-game currencies that obtained through leveling up your profile's level, which is universal between killer and survivor. The 3 teachable perks you start out with can be learned by other survivors/killers after getting Bloodweb levels 35, 40, and 45, where they show up in the Bloodweb and you can buy them to make them more available. You can have 4 perks equipped per match, and they are very useful for catching survivors or surviving. So if you want clout, get them. You can also upgrade your perks with a cap of 3 in the Bloodweb, increasing its rarity and therefore its usefulness. Survivors can equip one item with 2 add-ons to bring into a trial, each having their own unique attributes such as the flashlights that can blind the killer or the key that allows them to escape through the hatch. These items can help give the survivor an edge on the killer, but when survivors take an item in, the add-ons with it will automatically be consumed at the start of the trial. And if they die, then the item plus its add-ons will be gone forever, sacrificed to the entity. Killers, on the other hand, cannot take in any items, with their unique power placing them. However, they can still take in 2 items that will modify their killer power, that can also give the killer an edge against the survivors, but the add-ons will also be automatically consumed at the start of the trial. How good the item and add-on depends on how rare it is, from very common to super rare, from gray to pink, or red if you're a nerd. Offerings modify the game in a different way than items do, such as increase the amount of blood points you can get at the end of the match. They're universal add-ons like the various map offerings, but there are also other offerings that only survivors get, such as increasing the distance between hooks and getting more chests in a match. Killers also have their own offerings, such as the Memento Mori, which allows you to kill survivors with your hand during the match, and another one that reduces the distance between hooks in the match. I would recommend at least taking in one common offering, seeing as they show up in almost every Bloodweb. The archives are a series of challenges that once completed, such as the one shown on screen, will grant you blood points, stories for the Dead by Daylight characters, and rift fragments if the rift is open in the tomb you are currently in. Blood points. P.S. The Rift is basically just a Fortnite battle pass because Behavior wants your money.
Remember, ravioli, ravioli, give me the formuoli.
Last but not least, the Shrine of Secrets is a shop that allows you to buy teachable perks using iridescent shards and refreshes weekly. And if you have the perk that is in the Shrine of Secrets, then you can buy it again to gain blood points. Well, that concludes today's videos. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and if you really, really liked it, then maybe even share it. I'm hoping to start getting back into the swing of things and uploading a lot more, so check out probably next week's video, which is going to be on survivors and how to loop and stuff.